Well, welcome to another CDC Stillwater update where we are providing comfort during Corona by sharing with you a simple truth from the Scriptures. Today, the simple truth we want to share with you is that our safety and security is not found in a place or in a position, but in a person, the person of Jesus Christ, and a relationship with Him. I want to share with you a verse from Proverbs 18:10 that says, "The name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous run into it and are safe." And throughout the Old Testament, people who lived in towns and cities would build these large walls that would completely surround them. And they would do this so that it would provide for them a sense of safety and security from their enemies on the outside. You may remember that when the children of Israel crossed over into the promised land and came to Jericho, that Jericho was a well-fortified city with very high walls. We find a lot of things that we look to for safety and security. For instance, Proverbs 10:15 says, "The wealth of the rich is their fortified city." And so similarly to today, people for a long time have been looking to their finances or to their work for a sense of safety and security. If there's one thing we have seen in the coronavirus, is that our work or a title or a position or how much money we make and our salary is not a good place to find our safety and security. Now, those things, as we have seen, can be taken away in the blink of an eye. Many of you have experienced either being laid off or taking a cut in pay or perhaps losing your job. And Proverbs 18 is just a good reminder that our safety and security is not found in a place or a position, but in a person. The name of the Lord is a strong tower, and the righteous run in and are safe. As followers of Jesus, what that means for us is that we place our faith and trust in Him. We cast our care on Him, knowing that He cares for us. Proverbs 3:5-6 says that we're to trust in the Lord with all our heart, not to lean on our own understanding, but in all our ways acknowledge Him, and He'll make our path straight. This doesn't mean that you won't get COVID-19 or a family member of yours. It doesn't mean that perhaps someone even we know won't die. No, those things could still happen. But as we press in and we lean into the Lord and we trust in Him, He becomes our safety and security, and we do not go through those alone. He's our refuge and our strength. In fact, Psalms 46:10 says this, that God is our refuge and our strength, an ever-present help in our time of trouble. I want to encourage you, if you have a little extra time, either later today or some point this week, to read on what it says after Psalm 46:1 and the remaining part of that chapter and what follows Psalm 46:1. It's amazing all the devastation and tragedy that can happen, and yet God remains our refuge and our strength and our ever-present help in our time of trouble. As I was thinking about this little CDC update, Comfort During Corona, and I was thinking about several of you, I was thinking how I might illustrate this for you and what I think some of you are struggling with right now. When I was growing up, my brothers and I played this game called Rundown, and anybody who's familiar with baseball is familiar with the concept of what a rundown is. The way this would work is we'd have two bases. One of my brothers would be on first base, and he'd have his glove and the ball. My other brother would be on second base, and he would have his glove. I was in the middle. I was the runner trying to find a safe place, either at first base or second base. So my brother at first base with the ball would begin to chase me, and I'd run towards second base trying to get there and be safe. But just before I'd get there, my brother would throw the ball to my other brother on second base, and he would catch it and begin to come after me. So I'd have to retreat and head back to first base. And this would go back and forth. My goal was to get to either base, I'd be safe. But I was caught in the middle running back and forth. And you either got tugged and you were out, or you made it to a base. If you were the runner, it was absolutely exhausting. And some of you are doing that right now. You are running between a first base and a second base. You're running from looking to your work as a safe place or security for you, or looking at your finances as a safety and security for you. And frankly, it's not working out. You find yourself exhausted emotionally, physically, mentally. You're just worn out. I want you to imagine for a moment, what would it be like if you would just place your faith and trust in Jesus and cast all your care on him and just let him have those things, and not try to reel them back and take them, but just let him have the cares that are on your heart, the worries, the concerns you have. He will provide safety for you and security. As I was thinking about that for you, as you do that, what happens is it's like every way you look, whether you look this way or this way or this way, it's like there's a big white base and you're on it. In Christ, he's like that safe and secure place. Everywhere you look, you now are safe and secure. No more running and scurrying, trying to find safety and security. You can find it in the person of Jesus. So again, our simple truth for today is that our safety and security is not found in a position or a place, but in the person of Jesus Christ. I want to leave you with some words that he spoke when he was here on earth that might serve as a means of comfort to you today. Jesus said these words in Matthew 11:28-30. He said, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light." May these words provide comfort for you during Corona. And we just encourage you to press in, to give your cares to the Lord, to trust in him. Jesus is the lifesaver. And when you do us a favor, would you share these words of comfort with someone you know who is disconnected or unconvinced about Jesus as the Lord? Maybe somebody who's far from faith in your eyes, or perhaps somebody who's struggling today with finding comfort, and they need comfort during this season of Corona. Just share it with them. Thank you, and God bless.